Hello everyone, another video for you as promised. Had 5 triples at 6:05 this morning. Did my first set without a belt, and I just want to point out that this workout is about 13 hours after the squat and bench workout that I did last night. So I'm pretty broken down just going in. It took quite a while to get warmed up to the point where I felt even safe to do any deadlifts. And right there you see the trend that is going to be happening this entire workout, where every time I put the bar down it bounces over like an inch or two to the right. These platforms are pretty beat up and have some well-worn grooves in them, and so the first rep's usually not that bad, but the second one usually bounces into one of those grooves, and so you're pulling in awkward places. I'm a very rhythm-oriented puller. I have a rhythm when I'm doing reps, and as soon as the bar moves out of that path, it makes it really tough on me. Jeff and Matt joined me on this session, or I guess I joined them. This is when they usually work out. But they had 345 for 8 speed sets of doubles, and they were moving much faster than I was. They got all 8 of their sets done before I finished all 5 of my deadlift sets, so good on them. Both very strong guys. The Seath family is just blessed with those genetics. And Ben wasn't able to join us today, but you know, that's totally fine. We did lots of work on our own, so haha. This is, you can see that the fatigue is really starting to catch up to me, and the trying to compensate for the bar bouncing around. On my 5th set, I said, well, I can either go for a max rep like I would normally do sumo, or I can just try to pull the 3 conventional, and either way I'm going to hate every bit of it, so I might as well just try them conventional to get some training with the opposite stance. So I did, and technique was, I mean, I'm not really complaining. My conventional technique's pretty poor anyway. You can see my hips are coming up pretty quickly. I'm going to say once again, because I have to say it in pretty much every video, that my lower back is actually pretty solid in place. It's my upper back that's rounding, and that's totally fine. So I'll probably say it in every single video, still, just to keep people from getting too concerned about the safety. But thank you for everyone who lets me know that backs are rounding, that you're concerned. That makes me feel special and loved. So good for you. After I finished pulling, Matt and Jeff traded off 315 for, I want to say, some like 8 or 9 singles where they just did this. They were standing on other sides of the bar, and one would pull it, the other one would walk up and pull it, and back and forth and back and forth. I only filmed 2 because I probably could have filmed the whole thing and it only would have taken like 6 or 7 minutes, but that was good for them. Afterwards, I moved over, did some military press, kind of on a non-specific, non-strict 5-3-1 idea for my press. I think I'm going to start adding that in, just to bring up my press. My bench always seems to go up when my press is going well, so I am definitely have my heels together on these just for the sake of consistency. I've had a tendency to get inconsistent with my pressing, and depending on foot placement, using wrist wraps or no, belt and no, I'm just going to go no belt, no wrist wraps, feet always together for these no matter what, just to keep myself at a consistent base. That was 155 for 9, and I felt okay with it. I mean, it's not an amazing overhead by any means, but considering that I haven't trained them very much, then I'm fine. I did 4 sets of 115 afterwards. I think I did the first one for like 10, and then the next 3 or 4 sets were pretty much counting to kittens again, like I do. Moved over, did some rear delt / upper back work. These still aren't incredibly strict, but they were getting blood flow to the area, so I'm fine with the way they looked. There's an idea where like a certain amount of strict technique is okay, but you don't need it all the time everywhere. And inspired by the Ben Seath, Matt Seath posing video, I'm just kidding. This is honestly, I wasn't even going to put it on the video, but after everyone else left, I decided that I would pull out physique assessment, which I haven't done in a while, and I definitely never do it when I'm this out of shape. My diet's been pretty crappy since the summer, just with school and trying to keep up, and so I am in no means, or by no means, in shape to be doing any kind of back padding, I guess, for how well my physique is coming along. But I do think there is value to be had, especially for a lighter powerlifter, with looking at this kind of a thing for yourself, seeing where your physique is at. You can see sometimes muscle imbalances that you don't notice in your training, and it becomes pretty glaringly obvious. I've always had, you know, different things that when I look at myself in this kind of a setting, I can just point out right away some of my muscle imbalances and muscle weaknesses that I could bring up. And so that's something that I really do feel that there is value to with this. It's probably going to be less effective for like a super heavyweight powerlifter or something that you can't see all the muscle groups as well. But for someone who's, I mean, this is just what I look like without being consistent with my diet. Pretty much, I'll call it my base. My base form. I do plan on getting my diet back together starting yesterday. I started really being focused on what I was eating again, and so I'm going to try to maintain that consistently and use this as a base point. You know, this is what I look like any day, and hopefully in 7 or 8 weeks I can do another one of these and show that there's some significant improvement based on the diet. But that's pretty much the value that I see in this. Not so much for maybe a little bit for the lulz. It makes me laugh sometimes to see myself trying to pretend that I'm a bodybuilder, and I'm not very good at it. Please don't take offense, bodybuilding friends. I'm not making fun of you with my pathetic attempt, but you're all awesome. Yay. So basically that was the workout. I did some tricep work, some core work, and I'm going to be adding a lot more tricep work in. That's something I picked up from the Physique assessment and from just in general. I think I could afford to have some stronger triceps. So I'm going to be implementing a lot more pushdowns and things in my training coming up. But all in all, really happy with the session just to have survived it, considering how tired I was going in. And it's always awesome to work out with Matt and Jeff. They're great people and really nice guys, even though they look scary and big and strong. So I will hopefully talk to you guys next time. Next session's going to be with, I'm calling you, Ben. You're going to come and squat and bench with me. He said he wanted to try a sheiko workout, and so I'm going to put him through the ranks on Monday, hopefully. But just fingers crossed that he actually shows up. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.